Our next inductee, who's working her way up here slowly, a true pioneer in women's basketball. She started the girls' basketball team at Gateway High School as a player coach. Think about that one. After her playing days, she became an outstanding coach, obviously, and an innovator. Her teams at Clarion set 14 NCAA records, made it to 2 Elite Eights, 2 Sweet 16s, and many other accomplishments. Please welcome Margaret G. Parsons. We made it.
Into this.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. As I said just in your introduction, you were a trailblazer in a lot of things, and we'll get to that in a you and I sort of talked about this, and I think this is a great opening for the athletes that were here, that are here. Let's talk about their favorite part of the basketball season: preseason conditioning.
Oh my. Bill English and I sat down and we developed the easiest preseason conditioning that any of the PSAC teams ever had. They kept telling me, God, pull apart, or I mean, just come on. And I think your next question would be a typical day of, well, we just kind of, ran all the way from here to the stadium, and then we did, 10 400s, couple 200s. We did all kinds of sprints and stuff. And then if I was really happy, then I'd let them take hands and stuff. But otherwise, we were happy at the end because other teams were holding their shorts, and they were, and we're just like, the game was easy. Yeah.
I used to see those ladies walking out of the stadium. Ladies, you weren't very happy, were you? Just moving on. This is maybe hard for people to believe, but we're talking now 1990. You averaged 100 points a game. This is long before this was vogue. Think about this, how long ago that was. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to say we're old. In those early years, you set 14 NCAA records. No one in women's basketball, and the reason we set 14 records is because no one was doing this. But there was one person that you learned this all from. You want to talk about that, how you got to this type of style of play?
Well, there was a friend that was a priest of mine that was at Loyola Marymount, was out in California, and just watched them, and like Paul Westhead, coach back. Is there anybody in this place who remembers Paul Westhead? Probably not. But yeah, good. I saw a hand. Yay!
Hey, a couple hands.
Yeah, a couple hands, and they were averaging 150 game and stuff, and he showed me this break, and I was like, wow, and it fit into the people that we had, players, and coaches. We adjusted a little bit, decided to run it, and started everything.
You had the approach. You had this, what you got from Loyola Marymount, but you still needed players. How did you pick those players, and how did they fill those roles in that system?
Wow. We worked really hard, but the players, I don't know, they just all believed in, they felt like this was home. We worked hard. We were blessed, though, to bring this amount of talent in. I mean, it was good. Did boy, did we have fun after all that work, didn't we?
Could I just ask the players that are here for Geek, would you stand, please? Come on, come on.
Yeah. Oh, I love you ladies. I really do. And oh, we couldn't have done it without the support staff. Oh my gosh, we had a lot of work and turned into a lot of.
There were nights when you scored 100, and then Ron came out and they scored 100. And this place was packed because who the heck was going to go see a game where you could see your home team score 200 points? A lot of points, a lot of three-pointers. And then, of course, we talked about this. You know, when you're running the break and you have Coakley at the elbow, Kuhn in the corner, then Shelley or whoever was running the point, and then you had Carlita, Letha, and Mona. What poison are you going to pick? You're going to cover outside, or you're going to cover inside?
Well, honestly, we see film all the time that the court defenders didn't what they were totally frozen. I mean, they didn't know to go out because if they went out, then you know we'd shoot three-pointer. If they went out to the three-pointer, then we'd go inside and we'd score inside. And you know, it was just they didn't know what to do, so they froze. It was fun.
Not knowing what to do.
Right. They didn't know what to do. They had no idea.
In this run that we just talked about, and of course there were other runs that you had in your career, but in this run particularly, I think you were saying to me there was one regional tournament that really stood out for you. You want to talk about that a little bit, winning that regional?
Well, Rich, there were so many great 25 years that stood out, but one in particular was a tournament that all of us ranked above 50 of our North Dakota State came and Boston, North Dakota State after that, and so we traded films and we stayed up all night. Every defense, every offense, every bounds, everything, and North Dakota State came out, and they had film and they stayed up. They were ready. We had so many different defenses, and we beat them by 11 points. Shock. That was, I think we were ranked second.
You were a trailblazer in basketball, and just want to just head down this path a little bit, just getting a little bit away from Clarion. You know, when you were coming up at Gateway, there wasn't women's sports at all, let alone women's basketball or anything else. And I'm not so far age behind you that I remember when I was in high school as well. Just talk about the drive to give women opportunities that sort of started with Gateway and went.
Well, yeah, I was player coach. I coached 10 Hills that had a gym and got games with local schools and played 6-woman basketball then. I teaching at Lakeview High School, and I promised that we were going to have a basketball win. First year, 71, pre-Title IX, and which enacted, and then we actually had a real act. But it was, you know, anything we could do for women's sport, a trailblazer. I mean, we we did Bigger, Faster, Stronger, which the women never did. Did all different kinds of things that wanted to lead women, girls and women, have something. They had nothing to cheerlead Gateway, so
Was,
definitely
did you feel like you were driven to get to that point?
oh, absolutely. I really,
Did that drive you even to the last coaching days here at Clarion?
I was, I was pretty motivated, wasn't I, ladies? Little bit, little bit.
Where do you think we are now today with this basketball?
Well, we've done amazing from having nothing, but we do a lot of hard work that are possessed.
It's not that Caitlin Clark is sort of the poster child for, but she was able, I guess you could say, to motivate people to move beyond where they were. How much of that do you think has been a big help just in the last year or two?
Oh, giant, giant. I mean, it was coming. There was no doubt about it. And I think she was just the catalyst. Made it all happen. And we need more of that. I think we're going to get that. So pray we get more of that.
Yeah, outstanding.
Yeah.
Some thank yous for you.
Oh, lady, love every one of you, all my staff, the support staff, the trainers. I mean, there's not enough time to name everyone. So I just want to say I love you all. Everybody's touched my heart. I mean that deeply. It's just been a great, great travel. Thank you.
Margaret G. Parsons, thank you.